G'day, this is Hoppy. I just wanted to thank everybody very much for their wonderful words and their beautiful thoughts, and certainly their the sincerity that I read in the card that you guys made up for me. It's a wonderful thing. And I will say this, that I will look back with pride, and I will also look forward to the future with confidence. Confidence doesn't come from experience. It comes from people, and it comes from people's hearts. Sometimes we look at each other and we think to each other, what are we really doing here? I mean, we're all here for a reason. We've got mortgages, we've got repayments, we've got vices, we smoke, sometimes a little bit too much. But I've got to say this, what we do have is hearts. We can put out all the controls and all the stuff, the JHAs, the Take Fives, the risk assessments. That's a process that we undertake in our subliminal minds all the time. What we're needing to do to move forward as a company and as an organisation, we have to understand the matrix that makes up people and the way that they think and the way that they act. Their beliefs, their religious beliefs. Assalamualaikum. Om Swastiastu. Selamat pagi, Pa. I mean, it's something that we have in ourselves that is of natural potential and has the ability to transcend all others. These are the abilities that we're missing. These are the topics that we're not focusing on. And this is the reason that we disempower people to think, to act, to use their instincts. I was talking to 3 guys the other day, and we were completing a VAC for scissor lifts on site. Total reach 9.6 metres. They're the most dangerous bit of kit we have on site. They're the killers, they're the chicken dinners. They're the aftermath, the bill that you'll get at the end of the day. We put people in these machines, and we hope that they do everything that we've asked of them to do, and we're putting our faith in administration controls. We're too focused on those controls. We should be focused on people. George Bush said, let's go and win the hearts and the minds. Of what? Deprivation, people that a dissolve of intelligence, that are encouraged not to think, people that are suppressed, people that are told what to do, when to start, when to eat, what to eat, how to eat. And then we all sit back and say, yeah, that's great, ripper, baiklah, yeah, great, bagus. No, it's not great. It's a lot of things, but it's not great. It's certainly nowhere near great. We're miles away. If you're watching this and you understand what I'm talking about, tell me now the 5 names of the people that are closest to you. Tell me 5 things about those people that are closest to you. the people that you spend 75% of your year with, 3 on, 1 off. What about them poor bastards who've got to do 4 on, 1 off? What about those poor people that come from overseas that have to do 3 months on, 1 week off, travel back to their loved ones, the people they love so much, back to Italy, back to Dublin, back to New Zealand, back to Bali? And then what do we do about it? What we have to do, we have to start thinking about each other in terms of family instead of in terms of colleagues. We have to understand that the amount of time that we spend with each other is the greater part of our lives. We're like fishermen out at sea. You know, we're like going for tuna in South Australia, you know, tapping in on the migratory habits of tuna. Some tuna, that if they're perfect, they'll fetch $75,000 in Japan. Spend $75,000 on a tuna. And we struggle to find the right pair of gloves for somebody. We can't give them a jacket. Mate, winter's nearly over. You don't need a jacket. Don't worry about PPE. What we have to do is we have to treat each other with equalness. We have to respect each other and the values of each other persons that we work with, that we spend all this time with. We have to empower them to think. We have to encourage thought. We have to applaud healthy debate. Someone who stands up for what they believe in shouldn't be seen as a bad thing. That's a strength of character. It's not a dismissal of thought. So I reckon that if we all got together and as a community of family and in a structural family environment, you would encourage people to have input into decision-making processes that involve their family. You might have 8 people in a family, but they all have individual rights and they all have individual minds and they all think. They all should be encouraged to think more. And that's what we have to do with the people that we share so much of this time with. We have to care about them. We have to encourage them to think. We should encourage healthy debate. We should respect other people's opinions, regardless of whether you agree with them. And who made you the king? What's your name? God. Because you got a plaque on your desk? Because you never eat with everybody else? We're in no position to judge anyone. And if we work together and work on understanding and harmony, peace. John Lennon said. What did John Lennon say? If you don't know what John Lennon said, and I've got to tell you what John Lennon said, I'm encouraging you to go to YouTube and have a Captain Cook. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. What all I am saying, for those who are interested, and if you've got this far, 9 minutes and 34 seconds, make that 9 minutes and 30, no, make that 9 minutes and 38. Anyway, as I was saying, we have to empower each other to think. Could you imagine what it would be like if we actually had people that we care about and we work with, and we stop and we make them leaders, and we allow them the opportunity to fulfill their potentials? At that point, and at that point only, will you have full empowerment of people on site, in your workplace, in your family life. You need to treat your family the best you can. Kulagra bagus, good family. I'll leave you with this thought, and it's a thought from a time when I watched a great man overcome all odds, conquer what was seemingly the impossible, come out a champion of champions, and will be remembered in history as a true leader. And there are many people in that category. Many people in that category, recognised formally through history, documented about, debated on SBS. But one of the greatest people and leaders that we could ever in our lifetime, and there'll be many more, and there will be many that will be after our lives are gone, is that this, and this is my suggestion, is that I'm looking at a leader now. You thought I was going to say Martin Luther King. You thought I was going to say Wally Lewis. Alan Border, Walk on Water. The Honourable Paul Keating. Mahatma Gandhi. Many great leaders. I'm looking at one now. And it's up to you to look back with pride and look into the future with confidence.